My dad's health failed very suddenly. Next thing I knew, he wasn't able to come to work anymore, and the board elected me president. It was his goal and his dream, and I wanted to help support that.
I was born and raised in Kenya. There was a time when they did not push girl education. So I was the first wave of girls to go to this university in Kenya. Making a difference is what I wanted to do, and this business gives me that opportunity.
It was the beginning of the computer industry. We knew that the data center people were kind of forgotten. It was just basically, there was a need. 24 years ago, I began my business in my garage.
Well, I started in the transportation industry in the mid-'80s. What I love most is the service that we are able to provide our clients. We set the bar high, and we hit that bar every time.
Well, I went 2 years back into a company where I was driving a VP of their SAP practice. And then one day I said, you know what, I want to do it my way. I bought my laptop and I started from scratch.
I was a banquet waitress at Caesar's Palace. I got a Dodge Caravan, and then in between my shifts, I would go set up parties and events. One little budget ended up being multi-million dollars.
Women-owned businesses put back into the economy about $3 trillion. I mean, that translates into about 23 million jobs or the maintenance of jobs. And yet they will put a man's name on their card in order just to get the call.
Business as usual is to do business with a male counterpart. When you go to a presentation and you come all women, they're looking for where's the owner. You're like, excuse me, I am the owner.
One of the biggest challenges of being a female CEO or leader in a male-dominated industry is that people need to take me seriously. It is a challenge because my peers are mostly men.
It's challenging because men don't look at women and think transportation, and they certainly don't think that we know anything about it. But I'm okay with that because I know what I'm talking about.
My dad had told me to get involved with a box maker group. I did. I was approached by one of the men, and he said to me, "What are you doing here?" It was that day when that gentleman said that on the way home, I said, I'm going to prove to them that a girl can do this.
Supplier diversity means reaching out to a wide diversity of businesses, which includes women, ethnic minorities, members of the LGBT community, and veterans, and giving them the chance to compete for corporate contracts.
The concept is really about just opening the door so that everybody has an equal playing field. So it's not about I'm a woman. It's really about I do this, and I do it extremely well, and I do it better than anybody else. And oh, by the way, I happen to be a female business owner.
Everything is relationship-based. And so if you have an organization like WeBank that will help you bring the corporation to you, really, pretty much that's what they're doing, bringing them to you, and you have an opportunity to ask questions, dialogue, and build that relationship.
My company contacts me and they say, Jamie, I need a trucking company that has a flatbed. I can call WeBank West, tell them this is the type of business that I'm looking for. They'll research that database and send me their company's information so I can do some more work with them.
What was amazing to me is that they're not just, I'm here for my work. They have this passion. They actually almost feel like they're one of yours. They feel your pain, they know what you're going through, they understand what you're doing, and they really want to help.
I've always looked for newer, nimbler, more innovative companies, and WeBank provides that. It's new emerging companies with new innovative ideas that are anxious to get in the corporate doors.
Not every time we win, but when we win big, and we want to make sure we continue to do that.
I created my company 6 years ago, and I was a WeBank for 3 years, and I didn't use it. I have no clue what to do with being certified WeBank. I'm like, great, I'm a woman, I'm certified, and great. However, I called Summer from WeBank. I said, what do I do with it? She said, just show up.
When you're a woman in business, particularly if you're growing your business at a rapid pace or you're in an industry like my own that deals with large dollars, you feel pretty isolated. And so when you come together with a group of women like this, you can share common problems, stories, wins, losses, and it really reinforces what you're doing right.
What I really feel is that people are excited. They want to build a business. They want to build a future. And it's not a selfish enthusiasm. It's one that I not only want my business to be successful, but I want your business to be successful too.
suddenly you're not isolated anymore doing your business. Suddenly you have tons of entrepreneurs who are there, tons of corporations and really want to mentor you. You don't find this anywhere else. Usually it's sharks around you. And you come here and it's all about helping each other.
The opportunities that certified women-owned businesses have to network are matchmakers, educational programs, mini matchmakers, roundtables. We're also just launching a WBE to WB platform because we fully realize that not all women-owned businesses want to just do business with corporations.
I think the benefits of getting certified, of course, you can grow your business, but it also teaches you more etiquette to do bigger business with big corporations and how to go through contracts and processing of RFPs. And also the relationships that you get from other women-owned businesses are very strong because we can second and third tier.
There's B2B business out there too. This is a very tight network of women business owners, and we're all very proud when we can say that our suppliers and products come from women-owned companies.
The biggest thing that I believe that happens for women business owners if they're certified is that the ability to leverage that certification. Business is difficult. Getting a new customer is even harder, but if you have an extra icing on the cake that they're looking for, you'll be able to get in the door a little faster, or open the door a little wider.
As the CEO, I think that the most rewarding thing is to see these women-owned businesses grow. So we've seen women-owned businesses grow from under $500,000 a year to over $3 to $4 million a year in gross revenue.
By being certified, my business increase has been about 20% over the course of the last 24 months. That's significant because we're doing pretty big business.
By being a member of WeBank and by being certified, I've been able to grow my business 100%. I've been able to hire additional WBEs to work with me. So it's not just me benefiting. I know that I'm also helping others by subcontracting to them.
I actually opened a separate telco office to support the phone company system. That alone was an amazing increase in revenue.
I got to do President Obama's events in Las Vegas because I was certified. I would have never been able to do an event that high and go through the security clearance. If I wasn't certified, I couldn't have gotten through that process.
We picked up one particular piece of business which was about $1 million a year, and it has grown, I'd say, to a couple $1 million. With that, we hire additional employees. And with that, we were able to reinvest in the business, which is huge to me.
The most rewarding piece of my job is that I know that I'm creating jobs for someone else. And the most gratifying day I ever had at work was when someone called me and said, I'd like you to meet the 5 people I hired because I want a contract at Allstate. For me, that makes a tremendous difference.
I've been blessed to work with some of these really strong women, and having a daughter to let her know that she can be an entrepreneur, it's just been phenomenal.
The stories that I feel the most passionate about are those stories where someone has really chipped away at it. They keep working it and keep coming to the events and keep networking until they get that contract, because contracts really are not something that happens overnight.
You have to invest time. Nothing comes easy. And I know there's some people out there who got in and got their contract and they're happy, and that happens. But for me, that's not what happened. It took me a long time to get in and get a contract and build that relationship.
I think my final thought and the most important thought is it helped me become a multi-million-dollar company and do business on the top level.
I doubled my revenue since last year. Where do you do that? In an economy as today, the only way really was through WeBank. So I would say, just show up. Like Summer told me, just show up.